Good morning, all. Today we are going to see case study in the topic of magic square. What is a magic square? Magic square is nothing but a magic square is a square grids containing square grids with a special arrangement of numbers in them. These numbers are special because every row, column, and diagonal adds up to the same number. So for the example below, 15 is the magic number. Could you work out this out from knowing that the square uses the number from 1 to 9? So what is the thing? You have to use the numbers from 1 to 9 and you have to frame a magic square in which each row, each column and each diagonals adds up to 50. Okay, let us see the example and I will come back to this formula later. Okay. So just look at this 3 by 3 magic square number. So just look at this number. It's having 3 rows and 3 columns. Okay, 3 rows and 3 columns. First, I'm using the number from 1 to 9. So just look at that. Well, just add all the rows and all the columns. What is the row sum? 8 plus 1, 9. 9 plus 6, this is 50. And this is 3 plus 5, 8. 8 plus 7, 50. 4 plus 9, 13. 13 plus 2, 50. Okay, and similarly add the column 8. First column, what is the column sum? First column sum 8 plus 3, 11. 11 plus 4, 50. And what is the second column sum? 1 plus 5, 6. 6 plus 9, 50. And similarly 6 plus 7, 13. 13 plus 2, 50. And similarly add the diagonals. So first 8, 5, 2. This will be called as a principal diagonal or main diagonal. Okay, 8 plus 5, 13, 13 plus 2, 50. And similarly, off diagonal elements, 6, 5, 4 will be called as off diagonal elements. 6 plus 5 is 11, 11 plus 4 is 50. Okay, so all the row sum and all the column sum and all the diagonal sum adds up to 50. So this is a 3 by 3 magic square and it contains 9 square boxes and you are supposed to use only the numbers from 1 to 9 only once. Each row and each column should contain the number exactly once and you have to use all the numbers from 1 to 9 exactly once. This is the condition. Okay, and just come back to this formula. Okay, this is a 3 by 3. So how to find out the magic number 15? This is the 15 is the magic number and this is the formula. Here in the 3 by 3 magic square, number of rows and number of columns is 3. Here n is equal to 3. That is the meaning. Substitute the value of n equal to 3 here and what you will get? So you will get 1 by 2 into 3 into 3 square, 9 plus 1. So that is nothing but 1 by 2 into 3 into 10. Okay, and this is nothing but this is 5 and so therefore for 3 by 3 magic square the magic number is 50. Okay, so this is how you have to find out the magic number. Okay, so this is the magic number you will have. Okay, so just we will see how we have to frame the magic square for odd magic square at the end of this topic. Okay, so just to listen what is the magic square here. Okay, now come to the topic. Also the two numbers that are opposite to each other across the center will add up to the same number. Just look at this 8 plus 2. Here this is 8. Okay, add this number, this is 8 and this is 2. What is 8 plus 2? 8 plus 2 is 10. And similarly add the number 4 plus 6. What is the number? Sum number 10. And similarly what is the sum number? 3 plus 7. Okay, and this is also 10. Okay, this also contains the same magic here. Okay, so in the square above 8 plus 2 is 10, 6 plus 4 is 10, 1 plus 9 is 10, 3 plus 7 is also 10. Okay, the order of magic square tells us how many rows and columns it has. So let's take if it contains 3 rows and 3 columns, it is a magic square of order 3, and 4 rows and 4 columns means it's a magic square of order 4, and so on. Okay, right. By now the thing is why they are called magic. This is the thing. So the number is the magic square or special, but why they are called magic? This is the question normally we will come across. Okay, it seems that from ancient times they were connected with the supernatural and magical world. The earliest record of magic square is from China in about 2200 BC and is called Lo Shu. So this is the diagram and this is the picture representing Lo Shu. There is a legend that says that the Emperor Yu saw this magic square on the back of divine tortoise in the Yellow River. Okay, this is what the Lo Shu see. This is called he saw in the Yellow River a tortoise, and in which he found this pattern. Okay, the black knots shows even number. The black knots shows even numbers. So these are all even numbers. Okay, this is called, these are all even numbers. Corners, these are called even number of knots. Okay, these are all even numbers. Okay, and similarly, and the white knots shows odd numbers. White knots, what are all the white knots? These are all white knots. Okay, these are all white knots. These white knots shows a odd number. These are all odd numbers. Just to count the number of knots you are having. And here, what is the number of knots here? This is 6 knots you are having, and this is 2 even numbers. This is 4, and this is add up to 8, and this is 1, and this is 3 knots. These are all odd knots, and this is 5, and this is 7, and this is nothing but 9. So just look at these numbers. It frames the magic square. Just look at this 8, 1, 6, row sum, column sum, and diagonal sums adds up to 50. Okay, magic square were first mentioned in the Western world in the work of Theon of Simran. They were also used by Arab astrologers in the 19th century to help out the horoscopes. Okay, the work of the Greek mathematician Marshopoulos in 1300 AD helps to spread knowledge about magic square. So here we are now more than 700 years later, and teachers are using them in class for problem solving and practicing addition. So we are using like this. So these are all some magic square. This is a 3 by 3 magic square, and this is a 4 by 4 magic square. So 4 by 4 magic square means what is the magic number? That is 1 by 2 into 4 square plus 1. This is the number. So it becomes 1 by 2 into 4 square plus 1 is 17. So it becomes, so for 4 by 4, the magic number is 34. Just look at, add the row sum, and this is 15, and this is 34, and this will become 65, and so on. This is 5 by 5 magic square. If you add each row, each column, and each diagonal, you will get the row sum, column sum, and diagonal sum as 34 for 4 by 4 magic square. And similarly for 5 by 5 magic square, you will get the magic number is 65. Okay, so this is the thing, so on. And now come to our topic. So how to form a odd magic square? So I will give you a chance. It's a 3 by 3 magic square. Just look at this. Okay, I am drawing a 3 by 3 magic square, and how to form a odd magic square. And we have to use, what are all the numbers you have to use? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we have to use all these 9 numbers in these 9 boxes exactly once, and each row and each column add up to 15. Magic number, what is the number here? The magic number is 15. So how to write the number? Okay, just listen here. 3 by 3 magic square. I am putting here first number. I will use the number 1 in the first row middle column. Okay, I am writing here 1. Okay, then the second number will be written in the second next to the column downwards. This is 2. Okay, wherever you are writing 1, you have to go to the next column, and at the last you have to write 2. Once if you are coming to the last column, you have to write the next number 3 to the before the previous row first column. You have to write 3 here. And in every situation you have to look for whether you can move up to the diagonal. Okay, so if you are writing 1 here, you are not supposed to move to diagonal. Okay, there is no boxes here. And after writing 2, if you want to move to the diagonal, there is no space. Okay, and if you are writing 3, we are not supposed to move diagonal. And once if you are not moving to diagonal, then you have to move down. So next number you have to write 4 here. From 4 you can able to move to the diagonal, so you can write 5 here. And from 5 you can move to the diagonal and you can write 6 here. And from 6 you cannot supposed to move to the diagonal. Once if you are not moving to the diagonal, in the diagonal position, you come down, so write 7. And 7 is in the last column. Once if you are writing any number in the last column, you have to look for the previous row first column, so it becomes 8. Once wherever you are writing the number in the first row, you have to go for next column last. This is 9. Just look at this. And you no need to worry about the sum comes up to 15. In this pattern you can always write a square number. Okay, and similarly go for 5 by 5. We can go for 5 ways. So just look at this 3 by 3 magic square. 1, how they have written 1 in the middle, 2 in the next column, 3 in the previous row first column, and we are not supposed to move diagonally, so then come downward 4, then 5, then 6, then you cannot supposed to move diagonally, come down 7, and I am in the last column. Once I am in the last column means you have to move to the previous row first column 8, and once if you are in the first row means you have to go to the next column last 9. That's all. And the similar way you have to write the 5 by 5. So shall we try? Just to see, I am writing what is the magic square number for 5? We have to come 65. Okay, so just frame this 5 by 5 square number. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and this is 1, and this is 2, and this is 3, and this is 4, and this is 5. What are all the numbers we have to use? And this 5 by 5 magic box contains 25 numbers, so you have to use the numbers from 1 to 25, and you have to use each number exactly once, and each row sum, and each column sum, and each diagonal sum adds up to 25. So just look at where we have to write from starting from 1. Where you have to write the 1? We have to write the 1 from the in the first row middle 1. Once if you have written 1, then you have to first whatever the number you are writing in the first row, you have to go to the next column last. So this is becomes 2. And once if you are 2 written in the box means every stage you have to look for whether I can able to move diagonally. So from 2 I can move diagonally, so write 3 here. Okay, so like I write 1, 2, 3. Okay, next. And whenever you are writing the number in the last column, you have to go for the previous row first number, so this becomes a 4. And I can able to move diagonally from here and write 6 here. And I am not able to move diagonally here since already 1 occupied it diagonally, and then come down, it becomes 6. And I can move 7, and I can move 8, and I have written a number in the first row. Once if I return in the first row means you have to go to the next column last. This is 9. And once if I am written anything in the last column means I have to go to previous row first column, and it becomes 10. So now I cannot able to move diagonally, then come downward 11, and it becomes 12, and it becomes 13, and becomes 14, and becomes 15. So then I can not able to move diagonally upwards. And also the 15 is written in the 15 is the intersection of first row and last column. And the first row means if I supposed to think that I written in the 15 in the first row means I cannot able to the next row, next column. And if I think that if I have written 15 in the last column means I cannot able to move backward, then come down 16. Okay, and now 16 is written in the last column, then move to the previous row first place 17. Once 17 is written in the first row, then come downwards 18, 19, 20, then 21, 22, and it becomes 23, and it becomes 24, and it becomes 25. So now add the row column sum, and diagonal words, everything, you will get the magic number 65. Okay, and in a similar way you can frame the 7 by 7 magic square, 9 by 9 magic square, 11 by 11 magic square easily. Okay, just try it from your side, and hope you will enjoy the magic square session. Have a nice day. Thank you.